to me and they're like, oh, this is hard, that's hard. And I don't know where everyone got this idea that life was supposed to be easy anyway. I don't know where everyone got this idea that life was supposed to even be fun. Who said that? Did you ever get a handbook at the beginning that said life has to be fun? You must be happy? Maybe we're all here to suffer a little bit.
Exactly.
You know?
I would say certainly the Buddhists don't think so.
Exactly right. So maybe we're all here to suffer a little bit, and that's what it's all for. And I say this to people, I say you need to view yourself as a hero, because then the suffering makes sense. You know, if you watch any superhero movie, there's suffering. Every superhero suffers. So if you see yourself as a hero, then the suffering has meaning. If you give yourself meaning to suffer, then the suffering isn't so bad. That's the reason I fought. I broke bones. I cried. I was nervous. I was scared. But I suffered for a reason. I broke tires. So I say to you, you can either suffer and be a somebody, or suffer the pain of being a nobody. You're gonna suffer. So which one do you want? You know, but we live in a society where because they're trying to feminize men and destroy their warrior instinct, we're left with all these men with just empty vessels, just sad. Because I'll give you another example. I say to I got a guy who I coach one-on-one, and I said the Romans melted rocks, made swords, and walked in random directions without Google Maps, just walked around till they found a village and fucked it up. Because there's something instinctive inside of men you need to conquer. Now, I'm not saying you need to do that, but you need something to conquer. You need an objective. You need a task. You need a mission. And a man